long time.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time coming.
Yes.
I don't think I want it.
Uh,
She ready. She ready. She ready.
This wine is so good.
It-
too.
I'm trying to tell you, ready to be on it. Oh my goodness.
It's happening.
First of all, okay, because you know I'm emotional as hell.
We didn't bring no tissue.
I probably should have. I probably.
I don't know, Neil.
What you think?
I think we should get.
We gonna have to
I
get
think
some.
we should get some. I think we should.
You know how we be.
Baby, we gonna. I'm gonna cry.
We gonna be like, what? What happened? I can't believe. Just in case, because you never know. All right, you ready?
I'm ready, baby.
All right. What's up? Welcome to another dope ass episode of Sex, Love, and Vibes. And of course, it's your favorite homegirl. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I have the pleasure of sitting next to the most beautiful, lovely Eris, aka Eris, though.
Hey, boo.
Hey, boo. I'm so excited.
Baby.
Because we've been trying to do this for a while. And it's been so much because life be lifing.
Yes, it does.
Look.
Motherhood, work.
This is not just any episode. Like, this right here is this is friendship.
Yeah.
This is growth, life, and healing.
Yeah.
Like, this is really happening. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm gonna just start off with saying, like, I've been knowing you forever. It feels like, because we both attended Emerson Visual Performing Arts. Man,
Yeah.
the original Emerson building. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
The original. And at Emerson, like, if you was a student there, first of all, it was the only performing arts school in Gary, Indiana. And so in order to get accepted into the school, you had to take up a major.
Yep.
And so band,
Yep.
you were a band major and I was a theater major. So like, we would cross paths, we would see each other, and we've always would have like, hey, how you doing? It was always cordial.
Yeah.
But we literally didn't like establish like a friendship and was able to sit down and talk until like later on in life.
Yeah.
After school. You know what I'm saying?
Circle back around.
It's crazy like
Yeah.
how it circled back around. Like, oh my gosh. I'm
Yeah.
like, she is dope as fuck. Like,
I love you.
she's so dope. She dope as fuck. But now let's talk about that though.
Yeah.
Like, cause you know, we're both very transparent and direct
Absolutely.
with everything. During that time of us, like, with life happening and we were younger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
At that time, I remember seeing you. Was I already living out in Miller?
I'm not sure.
I think at that time I was dating. I was
Yes,
dating
you
my
were.
ex-husband.
Yes.
I was dating. We weren't married then, but I was dating him.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I know her. Like, we would see each other and stuff. I'm trying to, okay, the space that I was in.
Yeah.
We was young, so I was happy. I was in a good space.
Yeah.
It was a new journey for me. Then after getting married, what did we do? We relocated to Las Vegas.
Yes.
And where were you at the time?
Was I in Arizona already?
I want to say y'all was in Arizona.
Yeah.
You was in Arizona. You were married.
Yes.
Me and you start talking and stuff.
Yep.
I remember being pregnant. First of all, before even going to Vegas, I remember when I was pregnant with my daughter.
Yeah.
And I remember having the hardest time, like, throughout my pregnancy. First of all, my pregnancy was beautiful. My labor was beautiful. But I remember being sick.
Yeah.
I remember calling you, getting advice on breastfeeding tips.
Yes.
Because at that time, that was your field.
Yeah, I was working for Lake County WIC office.
Yes.
At the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And so you would give me advice. It'd be late at night. And I'm like, okay, what I'm supposed to do? Why is she doing this and stuff? And you were so helpful. You were so patient with me.
Love you.
You know what I'm saying? Because I love you. So that was before I moved to Vegas.
Yeah.
I moved to Vegas. You're in Arizona. We're both married now.
Yep.
We were at different places in our life. And it was just like more so like just reconnecting, catching up type thing.
Yep.
Then boom, life happens.
Life happens, baby. Came in full
I don't
force.
even remember what happened, how it happened. But I remember us having a conversation like, yeah, okay, I'm divorced now. And
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, I'm going there route 2.
I'm well on my way.
Right. I'm just like, what the fuck? So I say all that to say, like, we literally we cross paths at the perfect time.
Yes.
We cross paths at the perfect time.
Yeah.
I have watched you grow from like a teenager into this amazing woman, into this amazing parent. And every time I've crossed your path, you've always been genuine.
Oh my God, Neil.
You have, you know what I'm saying? You always show me love. I've
Always.
never felt judged. Like I would literally break down in tears, like depending on what type of day it was. And I'm just like, oh my God. And you like, it's okay.
You're gonna get through it.
Right. Like, I'm just like, she's dope. Like, she's so fucking dope.
I love you, girl.
But how are you? Like, with that being said, like, how long were you married?
We were together 3 years in our marriage.
Okay.
But together almost a decade.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Lots of off and on, lots of turbulence.
Oh, I get it.
You know how it goes.
I get it. I was with my ex-husband for, I think we was together for a total of 8 years.
Yeah.
But we was married out of 8 years for 2. And it was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It was a lot.
Yeah.
I remember the beginning of the process, like, it was just so innocent, like so sweet, not knowing anything. And I felt I was doing what was right because I didn't went to school. I did everything my parents told me to do.
Yeah.
I literally made sure, okay, do this, do that. You know, let that be your focus. And then I'm like, oh, you proposed. Oh, I'm getting married. I did it right.
This is perfect.
This is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. And then I also remember the day that he decided to say, I would like to separate. And I'm just like, no, this is not how it's supposed to go.
Where did this come from? Like,
Exactly.
what are we doing right now?
And it put me in a different space. So, like, how did it go from I'm married, like Erishawn is married now, to I'm no longer married? Like, how was that?
It was interesting because, you know, a lot of relationships it's infidelity or some type of abuse, you know, usually physical, something's going on. My marriage in particular was interesting because I had a husband who was a provider. He was a good dad, but there was a disconnect with planning and having a vision for his family.
I love how you put that.
Because I'm gonna be very clear too. He's a good dude. I have a lot of respect for him, the way he shows up for his children. So I'll never be in a space to dog him. But truth is truth. And we was in a space where I felt like we have resources available to us, and you just have no desire to put your family in a certain position. And I'm like, where are we going?
Yeah.
And I couldn't trust the vision anymore, and I had to make a decision to jump ship.
I've ever asked you. This is my first time asking you that question.
And that was hard because I had a husband who wanted to do the things, but I believe that there was a level of pride there that wouldn't allow him to reach out for help in the areas that he needed. And so because of that, it just kind of got swept under the rug. And after so long, I'm like, I can't sync with you. I have these 3 babies. I got to figure something out.
I don't think that's discussed enough.
Yeah.
Because people do put a particular stigma on marriage. Like you said, like a lot of times what happens is people just assume that when it comes to divorce or, you know, 2 people separating, it's always because of, oh, he abused me verbally, physically, you know, financially, or he cheated on me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's always something like that. But they don't discuss that, like, finances can play a big part too.
Huge.
I never asked you that question. And that's so crazy because I went through the same thing. Yeah. I went through the same thing. Like, I felt like at that time, my husband, he was a good man. Like, everything was flowing the way it was supposed to be. But when it came to providing, we struggled a lot. Like, we were forever like having to move. We were getting evicted. We were starting over. And you're gonna do that, especially when you're young. Yeah. The problem is when it's like, okay, we can, like, let's talk. Yeah. And when they give up, like when depression really hits and it's like, I want to be here for you. I want to, but tell me, like, what do I need to do? Yeah. And I remember having that conversation and I'm like, let's do therapy. Let's do this and all that. And he like, no, I don't want to. Like, he was just, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to do none of this. This is too much for me. Woo. Yeah. So did you experience that, like, with your ex-husband? Like, did you guys attempt, like, counseling or anything?
Girl, I got a funny story. Oh my God, this is hilarious. So we're in Arizona and I'm at my breaking point. I had pretty much knew the relationship was over.
Okay.
But there was a part of me that wanted to still give it a fighting chance. So I'm like, let's just do some family therapy. Like, let's just do whatever we need to do. Let's try something.
Mm-hmm.
We talk and he opens up and he shares some things. And I'm like, you know, that's heavy. I think you should talk to somebody separately from like a family session. I said, I think you owe it to yourself. Talk to somebody. The next day, I called the clinic to get everything set up. We're on speaker. We schedule the family stuff. I'm like, yeah, my husband also needs to schedule an individual appointment on speakerphone with the rep from the doctor's office in the background, and goes, I don't know why you're on the phone telling them people I need the appointment. You're the one who needs the appointment.
He felt some type of way.
Oh, okay, let me hang on up because clearly we're not on the same page. I can't want this more than you do.
Yeah.
And at some point, I had to just make a decision. I have to keep me and my babies afloat because they didn't ask to be here.
Woo.
So where you get to make a decision that it's not worth the fight, it's not worth the therapy, I literally don't get to make that decision without being stigmatized. I have to figure this out because I'm mommy.
Yeah.
So
well, we both can't be doing this.
You check out. I can't check out.
No, because they feel that. Like, kids know.
Yeah.
Kids feel that. And how old were your kids at the time?
At the time, this is 2021.
Okay.
So that would make Gia 5-ish.
Okay.
6. No, I'm lying. Yeah, somewhere in there.
Okay.
6. Nemo's like 4.
Mm-hmm.
Kaya's like 1.
Oh.
He had just got here. I was mid-pregnancy when I realized, like, oh,
this is happening.
This is it.
And that's hard.
Mid-pregnancy, I knew. I was like, Actually, what's crazy is when we got to Arizona, we were there maybe 4 or 5 months, and I already knew then. I was like, yeah. And we wasn't even there a year.
Story. Oh my goodness.
We wasn't even there a year. I'm like, the whole point of the move was to invigorate us, to dream, to push, to fight for something, to want more, you know. And it was just like, I felt like he kind of got trapped in like vacation mode and he couldn't snap out of it. I'm like, we're not on vacation. I know it's sunny.
It's beautiful out here.
I know it's fun. It's lots to do, you know, but we have work to do here. There's a foundation that needs to be laid, and it wasn't happening. I was like, oh no.
Panic mode.
Panic mode. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I have family down there, but I also was in a space where I felt like I have a husband. There's only so much dependence I want to rely on my family.
Absolutely.
Before it becomes embarrassing. Because you know how Black folks is. If you got a man, baby, ain't too much you can ask for.
That was my
Can we talk about it?
Because how many times you gonna keep calling for this? What is he doing? What you need him for? My dad's favorite line was, oh, if I'm still helping full time, you need to come home.
Come on, Daddy.
You need to come home.
What are we doing?
It was so bad when we were living in Vegas. We were only in Vegas for 6 months. And I didn't tell my parents we were struggling.
Okay.
I didn't tell them anything because I know how my father was. So I kept a lot of things. I made it seem like every time we was on the phone, I made it seem like we were doing fine. We got our place, we got this. We were literally staying with my friend at the time. And we were sleeping in her front room, her dining area. And I had just had my daughter. Okay. So our daughter wasn't 1 yet. So
is this our common friend?
Yes.
I love her so bad. I need to get my hands on that woman too.
Yes.
Okay.
And so we stayed there for 6 months. I was working 2 jobs. We did not have a car because the car that I had before moving to Vegas was a gift. My dad had gave me a gift. Okay. And he didn't agree. He didn't agree with the marriage. He didn't agree with the whole idea of you up and leaving when you're already struggling here and you need that support. Like he hasn't proven himself. Like, no, and you're taking your newborn child into a different state. And so, long story short, my car wasn't like able to be traveling, and he wasn't really feeling the idea of sending the car to me. Like, my dad, like, I'm not doing that. You want it? Your husband does that. Right. That's what happened. We get there. We're in Vegas for 6 months with no car. I'm working 2 jobs. I am going back and forth to work on a bus. It's hot as hell in Vegas.
Yes.
He's in between jobs. And then one day he comes home early. And I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you not at work? I decided to quit. Why did you decide to quit? It's too hot. I can't work under that weather. And I'm like, okay. So now I'm panicking. The problem became in our marriage was when you decide to quit, but you're gone all the time. And now you're, what you say, on vacation mode.
Yeah.
You're enjoying yourself. I had my daughter 24/7. So it was a lot. And he, even to this day when we bring it up, because we're at a pretty good space now.
Yeah.
So he bring it up and he's like, Chanel, I feel like once we got to Vegas, like everything changed. And I'm like, it did. And it's a lot. Like it's a lot. A lot goes into relationships.
Yes.
A lot more goes into marriage.
Baby.
Because the devil is going to attack you. The devil, like, oh, you trying to create something? You think this a union? Okay, let me show you something.
Oh, y'all trust each other.
Oh, okay. So you literally have to put God in the center of everything you do. Yes. And if you lack that, it is not going to work. So we went like this way, like with a new baby. We're just like,
yeah.
So I'm like, let's do therapy. Let's do this. It went from I don't believe into therapy, I don't want to do that, to now I no longer believe in God.
Oh man.
And so when he got to that point and I started seeing certain things, and he like, I really think I need time to myself. Yeah. After a year, I said, I'm gonna give you more than time to yourself. Because it's been a year and our daughter is with me full time. I think we should just go ahead and move forward with it. So that was something I know for myself was hard. It was definitely hard to do. I was at a space where I moved back to Gary and I was, baby, I'm outside now.
Full throttle.
I'm outside. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know like how it is for everybody else, but like for you and you being with somebody for over a decade, like what was that like after that? You know what I'm saying? Like
there was this, it was like a I guess the term I want to use is like a double-edged sword, you know. On one side, you're feeling like invigorated with this newfound freedom, right? You're like, oh, I can go do whatever I want.
Yeah.
I'm about to mingle. I'm about to show up at all the spots. Like, I'm about to go have the drinks or do whatever. Like, but then there's also this idea of, oh my gosh, the time wasted.
I can't believe
this. Wow, this didn't happen the way I thought it was going to go down, you know, or just the idea of feeling used up almost and not feeling like you have a lot to offer the next person.
Yeah,
that thing that don't nobody talk about. Be like, ugh, maybe
was it me?
I don't
now you questioning everything.
Everything. Maybe that stuff make you go home and tear your closet up and get a whole new wardrobe. You be like, I don't even want to be this person anymore.
I went through like so many personalities. No, for real. I went through so many personalities because at first I'm just like,
it's a mess.
I'm outside. I'm free. Fuck this. I don't care. I'm good. Then I'm like, this nigga didn't love me. You know?
Jody don't love me.
He don't love me no more.
Yes.
So it was one of those. Then it's just like, I'm really doing this shit.
Yeah.
I really have to do this. Like,
yeah.
I cannot not do this because I have this little person by me that's looking at me like for approval with everything. Her life is in my hands. So yeah, it's a lot.
Pressure.
It's pressure. Who was your village at that time?
Oh, babe. Let me think back to that particular time. We talking about when I was transitioning, leaving Arizona to come back home during that divorce time.
I'm gonna get this up here because I already know how this gonna go.
My grandmother, the late great Beverly Johnson. We just lost her in December.
And my condolences again.
Thank you, baby. Woo! That one hit. But she was big. My mother, of course, was a woman who was a pillar in my life. She also went through a turbulent marriage towards the end.
See.
So it was this almost like a pattern, you know, that I felt like was happening too, which was odd to deal with a lot of those feelings.
Yeah.
But yeah, my mom, my grandmother, I had a really close cousin that was big in my life at that time too. So I had a few people that I could reach out to. I felt very blessed at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's always needed.
Yeah.
We always discuss like how villages are so important when it comes to raising kids. we don't never talk about how important it is when it comes to adulthood.
Oh, baby.
Because you need that village. You need that one moment to yourself where you hiding in the bathroom and you calling that one person like, pray with me.
Yes.
Can you come over for a second and just be here? We don't even have to talk. I just need somebody here with me because I feel like I'm having a mental breakdown.
Yep.
Like, we don't discuss that enough.
No.
Because the shit be real. I remember being at home and feeling like I'm going crazy.
Baby.
I'm like,
baby in one room crying and I'm in the bathroom crying.
Because I'm like, what is happening? What are we really doing this?
Like, help.
Yeah. Like, help me.
Help me.
Help me. And shifting from being a wife to now a single mother, I know that was hard for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was like,
yeah.
And I didn't give myself time to heal.
Yeah. Oh, girl.
I didn't give myself time to heal. Right after the divorce was finalized, December, was it 2018? December 2018. I remember my dad had just passed. My brother had passed in 2017, December of 2017, my oldest brother. And then I remember my father passing September 9th after my birthday in 2018. And then divorce being finalized December 2018.
Wow.
And I'm just going with the flow.
Yeah.
I'm not healing.
No.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just like, okay, survival mode. Now it's just me and my mom and my daughter, and I'm staying here with them. I need to work a little bit harder because, she's retired as well. So I need to figure out what I need to do, and I need to do it quick. So now I'm moving. So now I'm going to relocate to Indianapolis to be closer to her just in case she needs something. And I'm going to figure it out. Yeah. I'm doing all of this. And in the midst, now I'm out and about doing this, and now I meet somebody. And I think I'm in love. Oh, I'm in love now. Ain't healed from nothing.
Nothing.
Projecting everything onto the next person because I didn't give myself time nor grace to heal and grieve in peace. So now I am grieving in this new relationship with a stranger. Oh. Wow. Now, after 2-3 months of, now I'm pregnant. Do you hear me? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was so much.
Yeah.
It was so much.
Yeah.
How soon after did you say, you know what, I'm starting over? I'm ready.
I felt like, so I had my last baby 2020.
Okay.
July 2020. So right around then, like I said, I knew the marriage was over.
July what?
27th.
My son, July 31st, 2020. Quit playing.
Okay, so
this is creepy. No,
we already know we don't have to do
it.
Play date.
Okay,
clearly.
Right.
But yeah, so I had him July 2020. So I felt like that following spring, I kind of like had this burst of energy. And I was still married at the time. Divorce was not finalized, But I had this burst of energy where I felt like I had lost some baby weight. I had just got my lupus diagnosis officially April 2021. So I was juggling that too, but still feeling good and feeling like, okay, I'm in the midst of a storm, but I don't have to like be all mopey about it.
Right.
So I caught myself trying to like talk to people, and it was awkward because like you're just used to being a certain way with people, with your person, and now you're like, it's all weird and just awkward. It was just awkward.
Yeah.
So it took me a little bit. I mingled, I talked to people, I sent some text messages.
She said, that's it, that's all.
But nothing serious for real. And then somebody that I previously knew in a different way kind of swung the block.
And it's always when you least expect it.
Very much so.
It's always when you least expect it.
A friend of the family. And
why she smiling and looking down? Why she smiling and looking down? Like,
he swung the block after he realized, like, oh, okay. Yeah.
He like, that's what's up. Like,
I was waiting on you. I'm like, oh yeah.
I was waiting on you.
But you know how it go. But it took a minute. And I will say that even when I made the decision to try something serious with this new gentleman, there was a lot of unturned stones that unfortunately he had to kind of track through the mud with me on, and he loved me enough to push through with me. But it was a lot of hard lessons and headbutting about just how to deal with something, because I was overly emotional because I had all this unprocessed trauma.
Man.
You know, and now he's having to shoulder a lot. And I it took me a minute to really take a step back and realize how much he was really taking on by dating me so soon afterwards. But I also realized, like, you did witness this from a distance, so you kind of already knew what you was getting yourself into. So I felt like that kind of aided in his patience with me, but it was definitely some trying times.
And it happened.
Yeah.
It happens.
It's crazy.
Because at the end of the day, you're not only leaving a marriage, something that you wanted to last forever. You had certain expectations for it.
Yes.
But now you're grieving.
Yes.
You're grieving it. You're grieving the person you were when you were married.
Yes.
Before you said I do, and you're stepping into a different version of yourself.
And let's think about too that I now have children, that I have this person that I care about, that I have to introduce to my children. Segueing that transition was
when they're only used to their father.
Like I said, this was a person, like I said, he was around, so he wasn't a complete stranger, but this is a different level of intimacy now that I'm hoping my children will be open to.
Okay.
Because this is their life too.
That's true. That's true.
And to an extent, I'm not going to let my children control my life, but also I respect that they're in mine.
Exactly.
And I can't just live in a particular kind of way.
Oh, here, by the way,
here's this new person that you have to now, like, be engaged with. And so it was a transition, but I just have to give it to him, his character as a person, able to soften the transition with them, and just knew how to
get through,
make it happen. Stepdaddy shark do.
You hear me? Do you hear me? I know. It was so different for me because, like, your kids are older.
Yeah, a little bit.
Besides your youngest, so my daughter has never. She doesn't remember.
Right.
Me being with her father.
Right.
She doesn't remember anything because we had ended things. Like right before her first birthday, and the divorce was finalized like after her first birthday. So the only memory she has is of my son's father.
Okay.
Yep. So it was so different for me, but I did notice changes with her as she started getting older. She's asking questions, and when she realized that, okay, now me and my other dad, like it's a difference. Mommy and my other dad is no longer working out. So what is happening? So I say around like. She was probably about five or six. She like, okay, mommy, what's going on? And I had to sit down and explain to her. And I noticed like changes with her behavior. Yeah. Because now she wants to know why. Like, mommy, were you married to my dad? How long were you guys married? Mommy, tell me what happened. And mommy, what happened with, this person and stuff like that, Yeah. So it was definitely different. And I had to put my big girl panties on, suck it up, and I was hard on myself. I'm not gonna lie, because I was embarrassed. Yeah. I'm like, okay, so not only am I now divorced, but now I'm no longer in a relationship. So now I have 2 kids. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's stigma.
That's the stigma thing. So I'm just like, this is not okay. Yeah. This is not okay. So with that being said, like, did you notice any changes with your children?
Oh yeah, and I have relatively well-behaved kids. Like I'm not getting phone calls from school ever, hardly ever. My oldest son started to like get angry. He was passing a lot of licks amongst his siblings, and I'm like, why are you hitting people? Like, where is this coming from? And girl, this is the part. With the kids, this is the rough part when you're dealing with the divorce, because they were older and they do remember, and they saw being in the house with dad and coming home and waking up to him. But my son would say to me, I feel bad because when I'm here with you, I miss my dad. And when I'm at dad's house, I miss you. And I just wish that we could just be together. Kids, girl. And it was rough explaining to him that we can't be together. and to crush a dream that I know my child has, and to tell him we are not going to be together. That's something I need you to let go of. But what I can offer you is peace on both sides. We try to do things together, like we will go and have a dinner with the kids together, just so that they can experience eating dinner with both of their parents. Birthday parties are very cordial. It's always show up, pull up. Family gatherings, he's able to come. He always gets an invite, come eat, hang out. No, it's no beef. I just don't want to be a wife anymore. But when it comes to the kids, it was rough with Nemo. He was very angry.
And he's a boy too.
Quiet. He kind of went inward a little bit. I worried about him. And he's gotten a lot better. He's found some outlets. He's a big Lego kid. So that's been his outlet. He will just build some stuff, So we've been pushing into that for him. Gia, it's my baby girl. I feel like she just became real clingy. She just did not want me to leave her sight. She's like, you're doing a lot of moving around, baby. You working, you're hanging out on the weekends.
Sit down.
I'm at daddy's house half the week. I don't know what's going on. So she just kind of, you know what I'm saying? She just kind of became very clingy with me. So I have to respect that too. And slow down a little bit and give her a little bit more of my time too. And that was hard because, you're like, I've been going through this and I want my free time to do whatever and I deserve this. But then when you see your child wanting you and you're like, okay, I need to slow down.
Yeah.
I can't just muscle through all of this. Like I have to stop and actually feel the feelings and deal with the things. Baby boy was kind of small, didn't really know what was going on. Ironically, he's the one that asks for daddy the most though. And I think that may have something to do with the fact that he never did experience really being in the household with him. And so he yearns that. So it's been interesting.
It is hard.
Yeah.
And the kids feel everything.
Girl.
They feel everything.
You can't even hide in the bathroom no more and cry.
No.
They be through the wall like, are you okay? Can I have a snack?
And I love my oldest. She's so smart. Yeah. She's advanced for her age. She's been through everything with me. From mommy, not having a place to stay, mommy in between jobs, even, you know what I'm saying? It was just so much. She has literally been through everything. Stuff didn't really hit me and I didn't fall into a big depression until after my son's father. Because it's one thing to go through a divorce and okay, that didn't work out. Cool. I got one kid.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, we're going to figure this out. One kid.
Square.
Then to get brave enough to get into another relationship. And then that doesn't work. Off the strength of both of you guys have trauma to heal from. Off the strength of you guys never took the time to get to know each other. Certain questions weren't asked. Certain conversations weren't discussed. And you're realizing that you're not aligned at all. And now you have a baby in the picture after only a few months.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I struggled. My depression definitely came in is when it was time for me to say, okay, I have to leave this. I got to walk away because she never saw me and her dad go at it. She was too young.
Yeah.
And we didn't do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't do that. But she saw what was happening in my other relationship. Oh, this is a lot. This is a lot. And so she went through that phase where she would blame me.
Yeah.
She went through that phase because in her head, she damn, Ma.
You ain't gonna say nothing?
You ain't gonna, Ma. My daddy already in yonder, I don't see him. And then we got this one who been here since I was 2, and now y'all ain't working out. She literally went through that phase where she was tearing up shit.
Yeah.
She breaking shit. I'm getting calls. It was the opposite of what she was going through. I was literally getting calls to the point I would have to leave work because I would go up to the school and I'm like, what is wrong with you? And I remember, at first she wouldn't tell me. She'll just keep doing stuff. And I remember the last time I got a call from the school and I didn't make it in time. I got stuck in traffic out here in Indianapolis.
Yes.
And so I was like, Mom, I called my mom. I said, Mom, can you please go up there? My mom called me when she got up to the school and had me on speakerphone. My daughter was in the background yelling. She said, I'm angry. She was like, I'm angry. I don't have a dad in the house. She said, I'm angry. She said, everybody had field trips today. Everybody had their dads at the school today. It was an event. And I forgot about it. I just started a new position. and dads were there. And so she was the only one who didn't have a dad
triggered.
there. She was triggered. And I'm like,
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So me and her dad, we're at a good space. Like, we're at a cordial space with each other.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, he's still healing in some areas.
Yeah.
So he's not there the way I would like him to be and the way she would like him to be.
Yeah.
He's doing the best, I guess, the best that he can.
Sure.
From what he knows. So her emotions is on my son's father.
Got it.
She knows who her biological father is. And but she refers to him as her dad because he's been in her life since she was 2.
She knows. Yeah.
So she literally, like, I called him boo-hooing, like, she's having a breakdown at school. My mama just called me, like, we need to figure out something.
Yeah.
When I tell you we sat down and my daughter read us our life.
Baby, why don't they do it? Kids.
He said, baby, what's wrong? Why you so mad? She said, because when you guys broke up, you didn't say bye to me.
Oh.
You didn't talk to me. You just left. And then now you come get my brother. You don't get me. She was like, and mommy, you didn't say anything to me. I just come home from school and you didn't, you know what I'm saying? It was so much she was unpacking.
The realization.
And I'm like, I didn't think of that because it was so much happening.
Oh my God.
I'm just like, oh, okay. Because she was at school. And we were just like, forget it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it was just a switch, a schedule change instantly. And she's letting us know, like, I'm aware of the change and I don't like it. You didn't communicate that with me. You know what I'm saying? So after that, oh, baby, we must have got our shit together so fast. When I tell you, me and my ex co-parent, like, when we're gonna get on each other's nerves. That's life. But when I tell you, like, he literally shows up.
Yeah.
He shows up in a space for both kids.
Yes.
Not just one, but he shows up in a space for both kids. He wants to know everything.
Yeah. And
even when it comes to something dealing with the biological father, they're able to communicate.
I love it.
So with one father lacking, he picks up in. And, and he's at a space where everybody has moved on. Everybody has their own lives and other stuff going on. But we're all able to, like, throw birthday parties together, invite each other, do stuff together. You know what I'm saying? So when I say, like, it is hard, people don't talk about that. And they fail to mention the strain it puts on kids' mental health.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we think sometimes it's easy for us to operate as if our children.
I needed you here.
Baby,
you see how I'm unpacking? Because usually I'm just like, I'm asking questions. Baby, no.
Let's do it.
You know what I'm saying?
Now we ain't had to handle business with you, baby.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, but I'm listening. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. But, oftentimes it's easy for us to kind of operate like our children are in the background.
Yes.
They are not background.
They're human.
What is it? CPU players?
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
They are live action right in the thick of it with us. And wow, your baby really hit on a nugget. Like, y'all didn't communicate with me. When was y'all gonna talk to me about what was going on, about how this affects my life?
Exactly.
Girl.
And my youngest don't know. He don't know.
No clue.
He don't give a damn. Girl, he's Superman, Batman, flipping off shit. All he care about is where am I going and when are you feeding me?
That part.
He don't care about nothing else. My daughter, she feels everything.
Yes.
She sees everything and she literally, like, and I told you that when you first got here, like, she's literally seen me in every area of my life.
It's something about those firstborn daughters. Girl. And it's interesting because my grandmother, Beverly, was a firstborn daughter.
That's my mom's name, and every time you say it, it just hits my
I know, I love her. I just
love it.
My grandmother was a firstborn daughter. My mother is a firstborn daughter. So I am a firstborn daughter, and my firstborn was a girl.
See?
So it's like, you know what I mean? It's a lot. Them baby girls, they go through it with us. Them firstborns, like you said, they see it all.
They see it all.
And it's so funny too, because being a firstborn, and my mother has 2 other children after me, seeing how differently she parent, versus the younger siblings, and then now my children are in the mix, seeing how she grandmothers them.
It's different.
And I'm like,
You like, I ain't get that.
Baby, I would have been knocked between the crack and the pantry door.
You hear me? Do you hear me? Cause what? Cause you patient now? Okay.
Oh, we're gentle parenting.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they get to ask questions.
Oh, I ask questions. Don't question me. I said so.
But I love it. It's the growth of it all. It's the evolution. And those firstborns, they see you change as a parent from being the only child, and then now having another child, and how that shift has to happen. And It's crazy.
It is. It is. It is. It's an experience, most definitely.
Yeah.
Where are you at right now in life?
I think right now I'm in a space where I feel confident enough to slow down.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is I am the worst when it comes to having patience for things.
Mhm.
I'll get an idea or I have a thought about something and I just
Run with it.
baby, I'm up. I'm like hyper focused. I am
Mhm.
negating sleep.
Mhm.
I'm not eating. Okay. I am just binging all the things to just focus on this thing. And it has oftentimes put me in a place of burnout. And it fed this idea that I'm in a race, that
Yep.
life is moving fast,
Mhm.
it's running laps around me. It has put me in a space of comparison a lot of times, and it is such a thief of joy. When people say that, that is the
Statement ever.
truest thing ever. Comparison is the thief of joy. So I'm in that space now where I'm having the confidence to slow down, think my way through some things, really plan out, have a vision, work it,
Mhm.
and not feel like I got it. If I don't pop it out right now, if I don't produce this thing right now, if I can't, just produce this feeling of having to always do something, then I'm useless or I'm not using my time wisely. And it's like it's okay.
Like it's all right to slow down.
It's okay.
Be present.
Yeah.
Enjoy
Being present.
being present.
Yes. So that's where I am.
I love that. I had to learn the same. I also had to realize that I need me because I was giving myself in so many areas and then I was neglecting self.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, I'm working a 9 to 5. Now I have a business. Oh, now I'm getting another business.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm parenting, by the way. And I have to make sure that I'm being a good daughter to my parent. You know what I'm saying? And I'm grieving and I'm healing. I'm doing all these things. I was like, okay, Chanel, be present. Give yourself grace. You need to pray. And you have to remind yourself that you need yourself. Yes, they need you, but you need you more than anything.
Yes.
You need you more than anything. So I definitely understand dating, love. Like, where are you right now?
So, there's this guy.
You know what? Because what?
There's this guy around.
Is it the same one?
It is. It's the same gentleman.
Okay. I love it.
Maybe he locked it in. He was like, hey, this is what it's going to be.
With you.
And that's fine by me.
Because when a man stand on business, that's one thing my parents told me.
Yes.
A man know what he wants, and he gonna pursue it, and he gonna stand 10 toes on it.
It's amazing how my biggest concern with my ex-husband was vision, lack of vision, not having the courage to kind of step out and do things and build and not being, adventurous and ambitious enough for me. And then this guy is a dreamer. And not just a dreamer, but Mr. Make It Happen. And so that's been real refreshing to be in a space with a guy, right, who's just like, babe, that sounds good. Put together a demo. Let me see what it looks like.
Oh, you want me to?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Did you get that business account opened up? Did you get everything taken care of? Yeah, I got it taken care of. Okay. Go put that in the account.
And he's investing
all
in
blues. Please, thank you.
He's an
Vision, check. Okay.
Action,
check.
Effort,
check.
Consistency. Because he was consistent about you.
Consistent, very consistent. And the beautiful thing about it was because he was a family friend, like I said, he wasn't a complete stranger to the kids. So it was an easier transition for them too. So it just kind of it just kind of came together. So right now I'm very content.
First of all, I love it. I love love in general. Like, I'm such a lover. I love it.
Yeah.
But I love when I see my friends come from like a dark space and they come and they are just glowing.
Yeah.
And they're in love and they're happy. Like, I fucking love that.
Girl.
And baby, every time we discuss him and we discuss where you're at right now, like, you smile.
Yeah.
And I love that for you because baby, We all deserve that.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? We all deserve that. And that is beautiful.
But it was a lot of times where I was sitting with myself, you know, my kids, we all sleeping on a pallet on somebody's floor.
Yeah.
You know, after my divorce, when I was transitioning, trying to find housing and get things together. And I'm sitting there like, God, I got so much other stuff that I could be worried about. But here I am sitting here thinking I'm going to be alone. You know, thinking I'm not going to have nobody, feeling like this is crazy. This is where I am right now. And then you get in this space with somebody that can see past the trauma, that is willing to do the work with you. It's like, I think that's beautiful. We're going to make this happen.
I can't wait to get to that point. I'm just now at a place where I give a damn a little more.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm a care a
little bit more. Okay. And it was because I didn't give myself time to grieve before. And I didn't allow myself space to get to know me. I've never experienced dating until I became single again. So it was a lot. So now I'm at a space where it was like, okay.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to get to that space, because when I say that, I just think that's beautiful. Like, it's so beautiful. And I'm not going to hold you up. Like, I went through a phase, and I'm still going through it, but it's getting better. I went through a phase of where I was so, I don't know what the word is, but I was embarrassed off the strength of having 2 kids from 2 separate men.
Boo, we're gonna just take that narrative and
you know what I'm saying?
Over there.
And I remember telling my best friend that, and she was like, she said, why are you like that? I said, I don't know. Like, I just don't like that. I feel like I didn't expect my life to be this way. And she was like, girl, this is how she talks to me. Girl, shut up.
No.
She like grandmas back in the day. You didn't even know.
Baby,
the guy,
you know who daddy is, baby. Mr.
She like,
John,
don't do that. You
Mr.
ain't the
James.
only one in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I had to do that. And so it's still like a process. Like, I'm still healing from it. But when I say that I love, and I can't wait,
baby, and it's coming for you.
I know.
Because the energy that you get back,
you always
let
say
me
that.
tell you, I knew you was
always
Virgo.
say that.
I said, wait a minute. And I couldn't remember your birthday exactly. Is it the 14th?
No, it's the first.
Is it the first?
I'm like literally the 1st of September.
I'm like, oh, this is just giving, baby. It's so.
I know.
It's coming.
I wasn't ready for all the other times when I dated, and I stepped out on faith, and I thought I was ready. I'm like, I'm not ready. You're not. I don't feel that.
Yeah.
Now it's like, okay.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm able to not project.
Yes.
I'm able not to lash out.
Yes.
I'm able to say, all right, baby, I apologize.
Oh, okay. Let me ask you a question. Uh-oh.
I'm ready.
Online dating?
So I have done online dating.
Okay. Thoughts?
So my thoughts on it, I feel like it's a hit and miss.
Yes.
Baby,
they be trying to hunch on there.
They do be trying to hunch on there. And I had people say, why do you have to do that? Like, I get men who ask me, why do you have to do online dating?
Yeah.
Because my schedule and my kids are still small.
It broadens your options.
It does.
I mean, how many of y'all am I gonna really meet at the Kroger?
Because
I'm just saying.
And I'm gonna be honest, like, I have been places and I've asked guys, like, why didn't you approach me sooner?
Yeah.
A lot of guys that I have been interested in, and they have seen me at places, they said they didn't approach me because I'm not approachable, because I'm always working. I'm usually doing my podcast.
Yeah, that busy face.
Yeah.
That busy
They're like,
face.
I don't get a lot of men approaching me when I'm at events or when I'm out with my girls. Yeah. I don't get that. I get a lot of men like wanting to say something to me in my DM.
And they come back and they circle the block.
Yeah,
online.
And I'm like, I don't want that. So I'm not against online dating. Yeah. I'm just really safe when it comes to it, though.
Yes.
I'm really, really safe when it comes to it.
Yeah.
So
crazy stuff.
It's,
girl.
You know. But business. Because baby.
Yes.
So you done went from, an advocate. Now, do you still do the breastfeeding thing? Like, are you still in that field?
I am not in that field officially, but I will always take a phone call from a mama that needs some help.
Because you're so wise.
Because you know what, I tried.
And you did that for a while.
Always, anytime. And not just breastfeeding questions, just mommy questions in general. Because I feel like a lot of times there's things that we come across that we are just too afraid to ask or too embarrassed or just.
Because when we look at us a bad mommy.
Yeah, like how you not know this? Like, I'll tell you a story. It's so funny. Gia, having her. Baby girl, the newborns are covered in that vernix caseosus or whatever it's called, that waxy substance, right? So I'm changing her diaper for the first time, and I'm getting in there and I'm like, nurse, what is this? It was wax all in her lady parts, in the folds of her. And I'm an adult woman. I'm like, oh my God, my baby got yeast infection.
Already?
Oh my God. She's 6 hours old. Jesus help us. Like,
What's happening? How did you get this? I did this to my baby.
Girl, I'm panicking. I'm like, don't have to change her diaper quick enough. Like, I don't know what's going on, you know. And so there was a little bit of a panic where I'm like, oh my God, how do you not know what's going on? Like, what if you wasn't at the hospital? What if you were at home? You know, you could call your mom. Of course, it wasn't like I didn't have resources, but it was just that idea of like, how do you not know what's going on? Yeah. It's okay. And I had a nurse who was very kind, come in and explain to me what was going on, but it was just like, wow, it's going to be a lot of this going on. And then a couple days later, I noticed she had like hard knots in her chest area. Mm-hmm. My baby had breast milk.
I didn't know that.
So female babies have all the things. They have their ovaries, they have their eggs, they have their mammary glands and their breasts. Mm-hmm. So as you're delivering, your body is purging all these hormones. Mm-hmm. And because she's a female, she has the receptors in her body to actually read and pick up these hormones. So she's processing these hormones right with you, all the estrogen, all the stuff, all the prolactin that makes you produce milk and all that. Mm-hmm. So she's processing this as a newborn baby, and my child was lactating. Newborn females can also have a menses at birth.
What is that?
A period.
Didn't know that.
Exactly.
So it's like blood.
It's from the vagina.
Oh, these are things that they don't talk.
Why though?
Okay, is that common?
It's very common.
Oh my goodness.
They can be born with teeth, all kind of stuff.
I have heard of that.
Girl, crazy stuff. Why nobody tells us this?
And that's true because
I worry about how many baby daddies I got. Help me not kill the thing.
Right.
Help me
what the fuck is happening right now?
What are we doing?
We
got other things to be focusing on right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So it was a lot that I learned working working for WIC. We would go down to come down here to Indianapolis and work with the Indiana Health Department. And go through like classes.
And you were traveling too. Anyway.
I was traveling, yeah. And people would be like, "Hey, don't you work at WIC?" And I would be getting phone calls and Facebook messages. And wow. I have moms right now to this day that were clients at WIC that I'm Facebook friends with that I talk to right now that are 4 and 5 babies later from when I met them, and they will still reach out to me. So
that is beautiful.
Always in that space to help a mama.
I remember when now I remember because at first I couldn't think about the one of the conversations we had when I had my daughter. But I remember one of the conversations was me calling you because she was cluster feeding.
Yes. So you like, she won't get off of me.
She won't get off of me. And I'm like, my boobs are filled and I'm hurting. Like, what do I do? And you're walking me through the steps and you were so patient. And I'm just like, I'm losing my mind. She keeps crying and she was hungry again. Like, I'm literally walking around the house and I'm just like leaking. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I definitely remember. And I remember you being patient.
Anytime.
And you would stay on the phone with me. It'd be like late at night. And you like, okay, so this is what we're going to do.
Because at WIC, we had a work phone that we would take on calls from clients from. So I was used to keeping an ear for a phone, jumping up to answer a call. I remember one mom, she called me. She's like, I think I got a fever. I'm not feeling well. I'm like, you need to go to the ER. Good thing we sent her in. She had mustaches.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
I always mess this one up. Literally, been saying it for years. But yeah, where it gets all infected, the milk ducts, and she was
because her ducts was clogged, right?
I'm like, babe, you need to go to the ER. Like, make that happen.
Yep.
So, we do what we can. We gotta help each other.
It's a support. We need a team.
Yes.
It requires support. Okay, so tell me about Eris Vending.
Yes.
Eris Beauty Vending Xpress. All right.
It's a thick.
All right.
She's a little thick. All right. It's thick. No, so this was just birthed out of, I'm a go-getter. Just naturally. Like, I've always wanted to be in a space where I was in control of my time. Mm-hmm. I'm a creative, so I always wanted to be able to create things. I'm social. I wanted to be able to engage people, even if it was just socially or even educating them on something like slight. So I have probably created 1 trillion billion businesses. My very first thing was Roots of Eden Naturals, which goes way back.
Wait,
you remember this?
I remember because I did the detox for the
underarms.
The underarms. Yes.
So the very first thing I was trying to push was this natural health care, natural products for the family, nipple bombs, underarm detox, soaps. Hair products. I mean, just whatever. I was in the kitchen, girl, creating, whipping stuff up, and I was like, I'm gonna sell this stuff, So I always had this fire in me to create and to push things out to the world. But just was struggling to kind of find my lane. Like it was like I would see something trendy and you know, I was just actually talking to my sister about this. When you're in the middle of an identity crisis and you don't realize it, and you're also trying to find your lane, so then you will start to attach to whatever just looks promising enough because you want something to work.
Absolutely.
And so that was what was happening for me, and I wasn't necessarily putting it out there, but in the background I was latching to this, I was latching on to that, I was looking
not realizing it at all,
and then I'm spreading myself so thin and I'm overexerting myself that I could not focus on one thing enough to actually push it into success. And so I was burning out on just trying to find something that felt like it would work and stick that I never actually committed. So I learned so much, and and there was a space where I'm like, oh, this is embarrassing. People are not going to take me serious with the next thing that I put out because I'll put this out, I'll mention this, I'll do that, and then they don't hear about it and it doesn't go anywhere. And just being caught up in my own mind of thinking people are judging me. But what I had to realize is when you go down the bread aisle at the Walmart, how many brands of bread
do you hear me
see on the shelf?
Do you hear me?
Something's going to work for me, and the fact that I can have this inextinguishable fire that's in me to find my thing. I can't lose. I'm going to find my lane. So from there, I pushed into Eris Beauty Vending Xpress has been like the most recent thing that I've been pushing out. This started off as an online beauty store where I was selling.
Which is very convenient.
Right, it's convenient. I'm not really like the beauty guru person. That's actually more so my younger sister Morgan. That's her line. She's the nails, makeup, hair, wigs go-to. So was trying something different, was pushing into that, and I had a few sales and it was doing good. We did a few pop-up shops, but it just didn't feel like home.
I knew you was gonna say that word.
It was not the thing that when I went to sleep at night, it wasn't the last thing that I was thinking about. And when I woke up in the morning, it wasn't like, okay, once I get the kids situation, I'm going to jump on and take care of this for that. That wasn't where it was falling in the lineup. And so I'm like, I'm not hungry enough for this. And I had to recognize that when you're not hungry enough for something, you will self-sabotage unknowingly, just not by committing enough time and effort to make it work. And that's kind of what was happening again. So I'm noticing these patterns with myself, and I'm like, I have to snap out of this. So started again, poking around on TikTok. I said, you know what? Instead of me trying to find the next thing that I want to push into, let me find me.
I love that.
And when I decided to try and find me, all the things that I liked came to me.
Because you attract.
Yes. And so I'm like, okay, what are the things that you like? What is the life what is your dream life? What does your dream day look like? So I just started penciling everything down. I'm writing everything down. And baby, one thing about ADHD, you're going to have some notebooks, you're going to have a drawer full of pens.
So you're going to all day.
You're writing constantly because you're like having 6-7 different conversations in your head and you're trying to keep up with everything. So I'm a writer. So I write, I dump a lot. And I started finding things that I like. And anybody that know me know I'm going to eat. I'm going to have me a snack.
Sound like me.
Baby, I'm going to have a snack. And on my Snapchat, like my Snapchat ain't popping or nothing like that. But I do post little stuff that I cook every now and then. I juice as well. So I would just do things. And I would start doing like little servings for myself, like a little cheese, a little grape, a little this. And I wasn't recording anything and I wasn't posting anything because I was kind of self-conscious about it. Because I'm really just like putting stuff together, not really understanding like this cheese pairs with this, and this is the type of, and this goes with that.
Not realizing what you're doing.
What I'm doing, right? I'm just finding me. I like snacks and this is so pretty visually. Let me just throw some stuff together. So I met a friend at this job that I was working at, and shout out to her because she also has a charcuterie business, which is what it snowballed into, which I'm getting to. And so I'm like, she's like, yeah, like this is easy, like get into it. So I got into it. I started looking up charcuterie settings and catering. and how you can weave in light social snacking with social engagement. I'm like, ooh,
I like that.
This is my
So you're going to be
lane.
catering businesses.
So this is right. So my dream client would be a corporate office hosting like, you know, a luncheon, and they want to do a happy hour. Well, let me cater your charcuterie, you know, let me bring you a beautiful grazing table. We can also do prepackaged like individual servings. So it's weaved into this idea. So the business turned into Cheese and Cheers.
I love that though. That's cute.
Cheese and Cheers.
Now, is it going to be under Eris B?
Yes.
Okay.
So essentially, Eris Beauty Vending is now my holding company.
Okay.
They are the owners of Cheese and Cheers.
I love that.
So all my business will be
it's
going
like branches.
Yeah, I'm just branching off, you know, trying to find my thing, but just keeping it all together, you know, and making it make sense. So yeah, all the business will be funneling through there. I'm really trying to push into
that. Congratulations. You know, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's good.
Taking some classes.
And it's different.
Yeah, understanding the pairings, you know, not just saying, oh, this is cute, this is trendy, I'm going to jump on this. No, I want to be able to educate my client when they say, oh, what kind of cheese is this? Oh, well, this is this, and this pairs great with that.
And you know, like, you're confident enough to answer the
question. And just engage and make it conversational. And
we're going to have to do something.
Absolutely.
Like, when I have my shows and stuff, like, I would love to, like, have you do that, and then you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
It allows more exposure.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying. And it could be something that's perfect for stuff like this.
I would love that.
Yeah,
just
like
a little snack. You just need a little.
Just a little snack. You know what I'm saying. So I think that's amazing, and we are definitely going to collab with that.
I'm so excited. I'm looking forward to it.
Cause what?
Yeah.
What?
Like, we gotta lay this foundation for these babies.
You hear me? My daughter, she wants her own business now, so that is my my thing. I'm going to be working on that real soon with her because she's like adamant. She has wrote down stuff. She has told me and her dad, like, this is what I want. I see this, and I said, okay, baby,
yeah,
let's get it started. So absolutely.
See, we'll be doing planting seeds with our babies.
They don't even realize it.
They get to dream because we chose to dream.
My baby, she goes, and when she's talking to people, my mommy has a show. Like, if I take her somewhere, my mommy has a show, but she can't say the name. Like, I tell her it's an adult name.
Yeah.
So you can't say it. So they're like, oh, what's your mommy's show name? You have to ask my mommy, because I can't say the name. She said it's an adult name. So she never says, she just said, my mommy has a show. My mommy has a show. And I'm just like, oh my goodness. But I love it because it's support, and she's seeing something.
Yes.
And obviously it's pouring into her some type of way to the point she's like, okay, mommy, now I want to do something.
Yeah.
Like, I want to do something. So yeah, that's freaking amazing. Now, what's next for you?
For me, honestly, I'm just really working on a website right now for Cheese and Cheers.
Okay.
So getting that all developed. I'm doing it myself. I'm really kind of like a one man band. It's hard. So pushing into that, getting that done. So with catering, so in Indiana, you know, you have to work out of a commercial kitchen to be legit and legal. So I was looking at a commercial property, but I'm like, okay, don't get too ahead of yourself to be spending all this money before you really have gotten your feet wet. So looking at commissary kitchens to accommodate us right now. Not currently accepting orders, but happy to answer questions. If you have events in the future, we can definitely talk.
Right.
But yeah, just really, and this was the thing when I was saying about rushing. You know, you get this idea, you just jump and just throw it out there. I just want to, I want to just serve and do this thing, but there's a way to do things. And something my grandmother always instilled in me, it's not what you do, it's how you do it.
It's how you do it.
And that has been really key for me right now in fine-tuning my approach to business. Because the thing about it is, yes, this isn't a new idea or concept, but this is my thing, and this is my sauce that I get to add to it. And so I want to take my time and really curate it so that when I put it out here, I can be proud of it, and it's gonna sell itself because the product is, baby, the grading tables are, So, the beauty of it, the artsiness of it, being able to create the combinations of food, staging the tables, candles, fresh floral arrangements, all that. So,
I love that. I love that. You have your newfound baby.
Yes.
That's what it is. Like, you have, and you're pouring into yourself.
Yeah. And this is something, too, that I'm excited about because it can be a family-oriented business. This is something my children in high school can come and help prepare, prep, do whatever. This is something that can involve everyone. They can learn things. And even if this isn't necessarily the business that they want to go into, the concepts and the tools and the things that they'll need to carry on, the seeds are there.
Yeah.
The seeds are there. So I'm just really excited about what this is going to do for my family.
So are you going to wait to take any orders until you get a space?
Yeah, because right now, I mean, technically we could bump orders from the crib. Mm-hmm. The right way. But for me, because this is something that I really care about, I want to do it the right way. I want to have all the safeguards in place so that when a client reaches out to me, they know the product is safe, the food is healthy, everything's within date. Things are where they're supposed to be. So at this point, I'm going to be waiting to do things the right way.
Have you looked into having sponsors?
I have reached out to some closer, connections to see like, hey, if you got an event coming up, let me sponsor you a quick little something, or remember me, if you have a little happy hour. So there is one particular business that I have a relationship with. And I'm trying to segue the idea of them hosting one of my products, like maybe a jQuery cup as a grab and go.
I like that.
So that is something I'm working on getting in place, numbers, and just working out what that contract's going to look like. Because I feel like visibility above anything. Even right now, I can't take online orders, but just getting the product out there.
That means something.
Yeah.
Is it going to only be out in Gary?
No, so because of the type of service it is, I'll be transporting the food to site to set up like for grazing tables. So I can pretty much travel anywhere within like 100-mile radius.
I'm thinking of ideas for you, baby.
I love you so much. And I promise you, call me anyway, because we're going to figure it out.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just over here like, I'm thinking of shit right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, most certainly.
I love that.
Yeah. So
first of all, you have to share your handles. Like, where can people find you? Where can they connect with you at? Like, what is your social media name? Like, how can they connect with you?
Okay. And I knew that this was gonna be a question. I'm so raggedy.
Because
I was supposed to have
I know it. If you don't know it, guess what? I know it.
I love you so bad.
Because why you playing? Because I know it.
Eris
Beauty Vending on Facebook and it's on Instagram.
Yes.
It is. It's Eris Beauty Vending. Wait, where's the underscore?
I think it's at the end.
It might be at the end.
It might be an XP after vending too.
See?
Y'all, I'm real terrible. That's raggedy.
No, that's not. It's okay. Because that's what you got me for. Don't need to do that.
I love you so much.
And I love you too. I love you back. So just know. And I tagged her and stuff today. Yes. So if you're not following, you need to follow Sex, Love, and Vibes on all social media platforms. And then you're going to see in the promo video that I tagged this beautiful, wonderful lady of her business. And then that way you can follow her because she's playing. She acting like I don't love her. Girl, I know your handles. She said, I just don't know what the underscore at.
Yeah, I think it's at the back, girl, baby. Don't give me the line. You know how when you be putting stuff together.
Yeah.
And it be all over the place.
And it's okay.
Girl, my first website and the email account didn't match. Like the very first time. I had like 1,000 emails. I said, damn, I don't even know which one to utilize because I'm playing around with so much. It's crazy.
I am so glad that I was able to see you today.
Girl. Yes.
When I tell you guys, like, this right here was needed.
Yeah.
And you know that. Like, I made, as soon as you walked through the door. Okay.
Baby, I took my shoes off.
You feel me?
I'm at home.
Because, baby, I missed you so much. And I'm so proud of you. I love the woman that you are. I love the woman that you're growing more into. You are an amazing mother. You are an amazing person. Like, you're doing amazing things. And I'm going to always support you. I don't give a fuck what's happening. So don't you ever forget that. I don't give a fuck. Like, in the midst of, like, me doing whatever, I just want you to know. And, like, I haven't said this. Like, usually I get guests that I'm not quite familiar with.
Yes.
You know, so those who know, they know. But I got you.
Yes, I love you,
know
so
what I'm
much.
saying?
You know, we locked in.
I ain't playing. We pinky swear before the fucking episode.
Y'all missed it. We did.
We pinky swear before the fucking episode.
You know what we didn't mention or what we didn't talk about, though?
What?
Like, with our history, center stage.
You know what?
Ooh, can I touch on that?
We definitely can because, you know, and it's crazy that you said that. I just had someone inbox me that worked with me at one of my events.
Wow.
And she had asked me when I was getting back into it. For those who don't know, Before I started Sex, Love, and Vibes, I had a mentor. I have a mentoring organization called Center Stage Mentoring LLC, and it was established in 2012, July of 2012 in Gary, Indiana. When I say I used to get booked to speak at different schools, I used to do back to school giveaways. I've been in newspapers, and we not only did back to school giveaways, but I had a program one summer, a 4-week summer program. And I remember having kids, and we were at the beach. And for 4 weeks, we did different activities. Yeah. Then I had another one at GNS Center. Then I had another one at the gym. It was a gym. It was a gym on, was it Broadway? I can't even think about the name of it. And so I'm just now getting back into that. I've been praying because I moved out here and I lost it. And it wasn't intentionally. Yeah. I lost it because I went through a phase of saying, oh, I'm a parent. I don't want to deal with this right now. I want something that's going to make me feel like an adult. Yeah. I want something that's going to help me with my confidence because, like, even though I was in a relationship and I was married and I had kids, I didn't have that confidence. Right. My self-esteem wasn't there. You know, I wasn't the person I am now. Like, I didn't feel like when I was stepping into rooms that I was good enough or that I was beautiful.
Ooh, that's big. Yeah.
First of all, this is the first time I'm ever saying this.
Oh, now I pulled it out.
This is the first time because I didn't. Even though I've always been that social butterfly and I've always been involved in different activities and I've been so outgoing where I got along with everybody. Yeah. I've always been like that. Even in school, I never felt like I was enough. I am enough. Yes. I got this tatted on me for a reason because I didn't feel like that at one point. Mm-hmm. So now we're doing this like, I feel good. I'm at a better space. Yeah. My kids are older. My daughter wants a business. So what's the first thing I'm thinking about? Center Stage.
Hello.
Because it's a mentor. So that's so funny you mentioned that.
It swings back around.
You know what I'm saying? So God is working.
Yes.
So I say all that to say, I'm glad you said that because that wasn't even planned. We haven't even talked about Center Stage. I haven't even touched on Center Stage. No. But it hasn't gone anywhere.
I love that.
It hasn't gone anywhere. I'm just that is going to be something I do, but it's going to be something for my kids. Yes. And I'm going to allow my oldest to take care of that because when I say, like, I can see her doing it, I can see her doing it. And you literally have been there from the beginning.
Do you remember, and I'm like, I wonder, do you remember us meeting at the old Denny's on Grant?
We had a meeting
by the village. This was just an idea that you had.
Oh my goodness!
I think I was one of the first people you ran it by, and I'm like, Chanel, baby, this is.
Do you know I always run myself by you, even though it's been years.
And look where you are.
When parenting wise, being a first time mother, Center Stage, my podcast. Mom's group.
Come on.
Because I have a mom's group on Facebook.
Yes.
And I reached out to you and I said, I need your help because I don't know what to do, but something's telling me to do it.
Yes.
Yes.
Seeds. All the seeds that you've been planting. They just look at your garden from the bloom, baby. You're going to be able to just have a beautiful arrangement.
God said, y'all, because I was going to stop.
We was closing. My bad.
I literally just prayed yesterday and I said, God, I don't know what I'm standing in the midst in. Yeah. Like, and I'm not going to cry. I don't know what I'm standing in the midst in, but I need a messenger.
You're on the right track, baby. Don't you dare.
I'm not going to cry.
Don't you dare stop now. No, ma'am. You keep pushing.
So I needed that. That was a reminder.
I could not leave without talking about Center Stage because that's where it started.
That was such a reminder because I literally just was in prayer yesterday. Like, remind me what I'm supposed to be doing. Remind me what my focus is. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to do something. I just don't know where to start, what to do, what's next. And I'm like, I know I need to do that, but how do I start off? Like, remind me, is that something I need to put my mind back on?
Yes.
And don't you come on this show doing that? Okay, because what's she doing? Because what's she doing? No, but we're gonna talk.
Yes,
because we gotta spend time together because she done drove out here, y'all. Did a 2-hour drive to be a part of something that I am just so grateful to have and that you trust me with. Like I thank every guest, you know. I thank every person that comes on my show. But baby, thank you. And thank you for being a reminder of what my purpose is.
Baby, you here, baby.
Cause what?
Make
But
I'm
gonna need y'all to follow and subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're not following or doing so, I need you to also to follow Sex Love and Vibes on Facebook.
Yes.
I need you to also find this lovely, beautiful Eris known as Eris though. Eris Beauty Vending on social media.
Yes.
It's an underscore at the end.
It is.
It's an underscore at the end. So I need y'all to go ahead and support her and reach out to her.
Yeah. Maybe
Show
I
some
should
love.
comment. I'll come back on here and comment.
Yeah.
I'm gonna comment them just in case, y'all.
Just in case, so people can know where to find you.
Yes.
But we gotta end this because now we got stuff to do, and I have to spend time with her because now I got emotional, and I fucking love you.
You too, baby. This was perfect.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Sex Love and Vibes. I appreciate you guys. Finish enjoying your beautiful weekend. This has been amazing. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to Sex Love and Vibes YouTube channel right now. Do it right now. Don't forget. All right. I'll see y'all soon. Oh my goodness.